Back when we were young, things were so easy. Now it's all become so damn deceiving. They tie you down for just believing in all of the things that you've been dreaming. Don't get too close to the sun, they say. It's too bumpy of a road ahead. Stay closer to the ground, cause everyone is found. It's only in your head. Don't get too close to the sun, they say. It's too bumpy of a road ahead. Stay closer to the ground, cause everyone is found. It's only in your head. And even though you must go on this road, always knowing that the only way to grow is through the failures we own it. There's no way to learn to fly without falling, but it's no reason not to follow your calling. Listen to Daedalus warning to Icarus. It's not about being afraid to try, just keep a mindful eye on your pride and your hubris. The masters failed more times than you've tried, so just reach out your wings and fly. Don't get too close to the sun, they say. It's too bumpy of a road ahead. Stay closer to the ground, cause everyone is found. It's only in your head. Don't get too close to the sun, they say. It's too bumpy of a road ahead. Stay closer to the ground, cause everyone is found. It's only in your head. Back when we were young, things were so easy. Now it's all become so damn deceiving. They tie you down for just believing in all of the things that bring you meaning. Don't get too close to the sun, they say. It's too bumpy of a road ahead. Stay closer to the ground, cause everyone is found. It's only in your head. Don't get too close to the sun, they say. It's too bumpy of a road ahead. Stay closer to the ground, cause everyone is found. It's only in your head. Don't get too close to the sun, they say. It's too bumpy of a road ahead. Stay closer to the ground, cause everyone is found. It's only in your head. Don't get too close to the sun, they say. It's too bumpy of a road ahead. Stay closer to the ground, cause everyone is found. It's only in your head.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Here's a poem. Starlight, star bright. Why the fuck you got earrings on?
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
And happy Wednesday to everyone. Welcome to the IRONWORX, streaming live on both Rumble and on YouTube. Just search ironrealmmedia channel. Feel free to sub up, share it out, give us a like, do whatever, all that good stuff. We are still so far sans Zachary. So he may have been having too much fun last night. But good morning, Walter. How you doing?
Looking for the mute button.
I'm like, oh shit, what'd I do?
I lost my floater. I don't know where it's at. There it is. I found it. Yeah, I'm here. I'm good. I'm waking up. I woke up, so that's always a plus.
It is a plus.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm still waking up.
All right. That about covers it. It is Wednesday, and we're still waking up. But we are also joined by our friend.
But I'm also, excited to have my buddy here.
You go ahead. I was talking here on Monday. You do your thing.
Nah, I'm good. I can't hardly.
All right.
Up. But Nuka's here.
Yeah, we are joined by Ukulele Kuduma.
Good morning, everyone. It is the Europa League final today. Hopefully, some of you actually watch soccer. My team is playing.
Go sports ball.
Yay.
I guess not. I guess nobody watches soccer here.
SOCCER. It's about the closest I come. I can spell it.
Yeah.
Women's soccer is big in the States. How come you guys aren't interested in soccer at all?
I'm pretty, what's the word? Ubiquitous. I'm pretty equal across the board in my not paying attention to sports balls, no matter what country, no matter what shape, no matter, how much alcohol. Yeah, never been my thing. For about 10 minutes when I was in elementary school, maybe. Mm-hmm. And that was about it.
So you don't watch the World Series that involves only America?
I don't watch any sports ever on purpose. The only time sports are pressed up against my retinas are when I'm at an establishment that has decided that rather than conversation, they'd rather have everybody staring at the multi-screens that are loudly battling for dominance in the establishment where I'm trying to have a nice meal and a conversation. That's the only time I'm exposed to sports ball. And that's against my will, not on purpose.
And the World Series has Canadians in it, too, for what it's worth.
Okay.
No, not the World Series. Not women's soccer. Not football. All right. So, women's sand volleyball on occasion. But that's it.
I don't even know the rules, but I will watch that day and night. If they need fans in the stands, I will come. No pun intended.
Both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, even Rico in chat saying, but skateboarding is his only spectator sport. Even at the height of the X Games experience, when I was still physically able to put my clumsy ass upon a plank with wheels under it and not die, I was always more of a want to participate than want to spectate it. Again, it's he did a flip. Okay, go you. I don't know. I've always rather been the one out there playing the game than watching it happen, I guess.
What's that sport called where they've got little ribbons and they run around and do backflips and sometimes they have a little ball and they're super flexible and do twisty turning thingies? What's that called?
Rollerball? I don't know.
It's an Olympic sport, man. It's
Yeah. If there's one thing I don't watch with a passion, it's the Olympics. All that ever did was fuck up my TV programming when I was a kid, and I had no other choice. Yeah, not not an Olympic guy. I know it's really hard for a person who does enjoy sports and watches it to understand the concept of someone who doesn't, but truly in no manner do I enjoy watching sporting events. Not even live. Like I went to live the Saints and the Dolphins and the Cowboys at the height of their like late 70s, early 80s. Woo! You know, with my uncle and my cousins who were all into it because my cousin played in high school and was a pretty good guy. He did it really well. And I would see those games because I would go to those games on Friday night, but I was there, you know, to mash on the girls or run around and cut up with my friends that were there as well. We didn't sit in the stands and even watch the games then during the height of my cousin being the star of the game that he was. It's not a thing that I ever was into. It wasn't that I grew to not want to watch it. It just never entertained me.
Well, Walter, I just found the name of the thing I was talking about. You might want to watch this.
All right.
Gymnastics.
Who? What's it called again?
I think he said women's gymnastics.
Rhythmic gymnastics.
Rhythmic.
Okay.
Gymnastics.
Huh? Okay. So dancing?
I don't know the rules.
With extra
that's
spaz.
Always nice to watch.
Yeah, dancing with extra spaz, I think, is what that is.
Extra spaz, right. I have a question, a technical question. Is it my new earbuds that are making everybody sound like robots, or is there a Josh audio connection issue for you too, Luca?
I think it's your earbuds.
I think it is too. I was afraid it might be because it's been pretty consistent across the board.
I mean, I've got internet. I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me as being robotic.
Yeah, well, it gives me that feeling of me having gotten up and walked away from the computer and getting that robotic sound you get the further away you get, and yet I'm sitting like less than 2 feet from my adapter that normally, thank you, Justin. Yeah, I thought it was me. I was just double checking to make sure. I'm going to switch them out and get my old pair on and send these back, I guess. Sorry, go ahead. Give me a minute while I switch over.
Lowry and Nico made it to Cami's last night. I just saw this message in the chat this morning. But they didn't get there till around 11, maybe even later. So it's probably highly unlikely we'll see Zack this morning. They stayed up waiting for Lowry and Nico to get there. But I'd already sent Zack a text, so hopefully I didn't wake him up. Seems like I saw something that was going on that I thought was a little interesting. The exoneration of Harvey Weinstein. I thought was not one of the stories I had on my bingo card. But apparently Candace Owens...
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I pulled out my earbud hearing you say Nico and Lowry arrived at Cami's late, and when I finally switched around to the new one, or the old one, you're talking Harvey Weinstein. How was that transition made during my absence?
It was made with...
You have to explain it.
Some crickets, I think. It was... We probably won't see Zack because Lowry and Nico were going to make it to Cami's at 11. Crickets. Let's see, what else was there going on? Oh, yeah. Harvey Weinstein's getting exonerated. Did not have that on my bingo card for 2025. But
and how is that occurring exactly? And
well, apparently he's already had a few cases thrown out. But he did his first interview since this all happened. First interview in 8 years talking about all this stuff. With Candace Owens.
Big timing with the Diddy shit.
Yeah. Hey, mama.
You get a new camera there, Walter?
Just the new one that's been given to me by Teams.
Did you get a new light? New light bulb? Lighting looks a little different.
It's the new Teams.
the new
I went in
Teams.
and tried to play with the settings to get some of that brightness off of me because, I'm white. And you can't really do anything. I was just doing the old school kitty cam because she's here in Daddy's lap. And I can't do it the new way, the new old way. So now I got to do it the old new way.
Here's a really cool feature on Skype, and then in 3 weeks, we're going to get rid of it.
We're going to get rid of that. Yeah. Here's a new thing. Enjoy it for a while. Okay. Now, bye.
You like that? Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
We'll pay for it.
That's what I figured as well, Nuka, is they'll be offering that here in a month after they got everybody over here. They're like, oh, you don't like the way it works? Well, for $19.99 a month, you'll have kitty cam. Oh, my baby. Good morning. You'll have it all. Goodness. This is Mama. Rizzo. Yeah, that's the mama that started it all. The troublemaker. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Even she looks weird and different in the camera view. But it's still just old Rizzo. Yeah, just old Rizzo. Yeah. All right. That's a... Yes, baby. Goodness, I love when she taps on my shoulder ever so softly for attention. Yes, babe.
Walter, you should have been a single old white woman.
I should have. Oh, silly. Oh, silly.
But what else is new? I know our president is going to meet with your president sometime later on this week to speak about, I don't know, the usual crap, genocide and whatever.
Well, that'll be good, I suppose. Trying to think what else is going on.
Besides the Diddy case, that's been taking over everything lately.
I've still not seen anything about it, just that it's happening.
Oh. Saying it's sex trafficking. I haven't seen any sex trafficking yet, so I just see two freaky people that were in a relationship that are falling out. I can't believe they denied him bail if this is all they have.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
Hey, how's it going with that Dodge thing?
Haven't heard a whole lot out of it since Elon backed out.
Backed out?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be doing much with Doge anymore.
Okay.
I think he left them kids in. Let them do their thing, but I don't think he's got his name attached to it. I don't think.
And the teachers and the education departments?
Not sure. Hopefully they're all getting gutted and stripped and brought back to bare bones.
What is needed in the economy? What skills are needed? Are they computer skills, IT skills? Is it engineering skills, like the STEM things?
Define needed.
As in, if you graduate, you're gonna get a job.
A job in that field?
Yes, in that field.
And that's how we're defining needed.
Well, if you can get a job, there's a need somewhere, no? Unless they're wasting money.
Look at Go to the fucking theater. Look how many actors there are. Turn on the radio. Listen to how many singers there are. Musicians. Just because you can get a job doing something doesn't mean that that job is needed. But I don't know.
Things that are essential for the economy, where if you don't have these skills in the country, then you have to import them and get people from other countries to come and do it.
I mean, that's most everything, I suppose. If you don't have it, then you import it. I don't know. I don't know. It's... like college
You
is
guys have
so weird.
some of the best education available in the world.
And some of the worst.
Yeah, some of the worst too.
Where's that best education at? Is that given to the door greeters that are on their phone, or is that given to the doctors that are Googling shit while I'm in their office looking for help? Which education are you talking? Which end of it I'm looking to?
Saying they're all brilliant, but you certainly don't want
they're brilliant, all right.
You certainly don't want our education here. Someone says health and safety in HR will mostly stop. AI? I don't know. Well, how many people just generally finish their degree, their 4-year degree in college, and go and work or go and work in the field they didn't study for? Is that most people?
No, I think it's probably not. Most people who go to college don't finish, I don't think. And those that do, most of those that don't end up getting a job right out of college that directly associates with their degree. Generally, it's not even enough to be able to pay back the student loans for having gone to college. You just spent 4 years going into debt for no fucking reason. More often than not.
Well, maybe you can clear this up for me. The things that I've seen, I've only seen movies and read things here and there. Some jobs require you to have a college degree. It doesn't even specify what you should have been studying in college. It just says they want a college degree.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is pretty indicative of the scam itself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird because here you need your high school diploma. We have it's called a certificate here. As long as you have your high school diploma, you can enter all the entry-level jobs. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. It's entry-level jobs. You just need that high school. You just need to pass high school. You don't have to go to college.
Yeah, it's a great way to improve the odds for employee longevity. Like when you're hiring an employee, most employers would much rather hire someone with a family versus someone who's single. Someone with a family is going to be motivated to show up every fucking day, do what the fuck they're told, and collect their paycheck because they have mouths to feed. Whereas someone who's single just says, well, fuck off, I'll just go get another job. Don't need this shit. So like,
Isn't it the same? Isn't it the same in the renting market if you're renting an apartment?
Generally, yeah. For the same reason. But it's that same sort of mentality, I think, which is why they prefer to hire people with college degrees. Regardless of what your degree is for, do you have $150,000 worth of debt that you need to pay off is the question. And if you do, there's a good chance you're going to come into work every fucking day and do what you're told so that you can collect your paycheck and pay your debt. So as long as you've got that debt, great. It motivates you to be a company man.
To do what in that company?
Hmm?
To do what in that company?
What you're told.
I'm struggling
To
find-
quietly do what you're told.
Brown nose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm struggling to find companies that actually do something useful for society.
We have companies that provide ambulances to ambulance districts. That seems to be pretty important.
Provides ambulances to ambulance districts.
Uh-huh. Because you need to have an ambulance. If somebody gets hurt, you need paramedics to be able to get there quickly.
So their job is to make ambulances or acquire the vehicles to.
Well, I mean, sure, any point along that chain of a worthwhile endeavor. People are sick, we need to help them. Emergency services, an ambulance. I mean, somebody has to make the ambulance, somebody has to buy the ambulance, someone has to stock the ambulance, someone has to make sure it's clean and ready to go and maintained and all that good shit. I'm for that.
And you can go to any hospital that you want. If you're in an emergency, they'll take you to the closest hospital.
Not necessarily. They're real expensive. Sometimes they like to not go to the closest one.
But if you're in an emergency and you lost consciousness, shouldn't they just take you to the closest one?
It would make sense.
I'm not asking this because you guys have, what is it? Universal healthcare.
What?
Yeah, there's not much universal health care here.
It exists universally, perhaps? Is that what you mean? That it is a thing that is...
In this universe,
You guys,
there's the thing called
you guys,
healthcare.
what I mean is you guys can still go to like one of the top hospitals, even if you don't really have money, if it's an emergency. We don't have that here. We have private hospitals and public hospitals.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Well, we had private and
don't
public
have that.
hospitals here once upon a time, I believe. Like public hospitals, public health care was not terribly uncommon. But either way, they still had the obligation to stabilize a patient. Like they can't just kick you out. Like, oh shit, you cut your hand off. Sorry, dude. That sucks for you. Most hospitals are going to be, all hospitals are going to be required to make sure that patient's not going to die and is stable before they boot them out. Like they can die on the street, but they just can't die from neglect in the hospital.
Yeah, here
Overtly.
it doesn't work that way. You can get shot and be bleeding out and could be right across a private hospital. They ain't gonna take you unless you produce your medical aid card or front up the cash immediately to cover all your other expenses.
How do they know how much
Otherwise,
that's
you
going to
have
be?
to go down the road.
How do they know how much all that's going to be if they've not even examined you? I need all this money. What's wrong with you? I don't know. Well, I don't know either, but I need to get paid. So give me the money for what it's going to cost to fix this unknown problem with unknown complications now or you die. Seems a little unreasonable.
Yeah, they estimate. They give you a nice big lump sum you have to pay up front if you don't have any coverage. And if they don't use up all that money, then they'll give it back to you, the change. But if it's more, at some point, if you wake up or your family comes and visits, they're going to tell them, hey, bud, you need to pay a little bit more here.
Well, and see, it's not terribly different. The hospital is obligated to make sure you're stable and you're not going to die. They don't have an obligation to do it for free. It's like college. You go to the hospital if you have an emergency situation, and you can totally get in there, and they absolutely have to treat you, and they will absolutely bill your ass, and you're still going to fucking pay them. You're still going to owe them. They just don't need the money right up front. They'd be willing to put you into debt, become a debt slave for your hospital stay. Congratulations. you
those
get all that.
doctors took the Hippocratic oath, do no harm. Their job isn't to pursue a monetary gain; it's to help people. So I understand how doctors can turn up patients. This is the oath they take. Am I wrong here?
Yes.
Oh, you're good. I like you. Are you here all week? Dude, look. So Michelle and I got rear-ended. Dude was doing over 100 miles an hour. Hit us, knocked us forward, and then slammed back into my side. T-boned I was driving. Hit my side of the car. Collapsed it on us. The first set of crap they bring to the emergency situation to get you out of a car didn't work. They had to send for the second layer or level or whatever, and I had to wait for them to go get more super life of jaws of life, I guess. They finally get me out. Check. What's going on? You feel this? You're okay here? Blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. Suddenly they start strapping me down into this thing so tightly that I can feel the blood get cut off to my arm. I can feel it happen just like when you're getting your blood pressure taken. I'm like, whoa, that's too tight. Well, no, we don't want that moving around. It's broken. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but it's really tight. I'm pretty sure it's cutting off circulation. The next dude climbs in the ambulance behind me. He starts checking stuff. He's like, oh, we're not really getting a great pulse in your arm here. We're going to take you to whatever the name of the hospital is. We're going to fly you there because it looks like you may have internal injuries to your arm and it's really serious and you're not having circulation there. I'm like, no, you've just got this thing tied too tightly. Oh, no, we know what we're doing. So we're waiting. The airlift people, whoever they're called, whatever their company is called, apparently are busy. So I get driven 45 miles down the bumpiest road you can imagine to a hospital where they take me in and they do all kind of like MRIs and check out stuff to find out that just like I told them, my arm isn't internally injured other than broken bone. There's no like cuts or just, whatever that would cause internal bleeding or whatever they thought was going on. Once they untied that thing they had me tied down with. MRI'd me, nothing like I'm not dying on their table. What's your insurance situation? Well, at first we were going to do surgery, fix my arm, everything would have been finished that night. But when they found out that we didn't have the type of insurance they wanted us to have, then we're going to stabilize you and send you home. Tomorrow, you're out of here. I'm barely walking, barely functional. I'm like, my arm's hanging in two pieces. But yeah, you got to go because we don't want your insurance. We don't like your insurance. That's the healthcare system here in America, NUCA. So I got sent home the next day. The lawyer dude showed up at my house, stunned that I was not in a hospital because of the shape I was in. And then he began to work on things. And anyway, it's a whole thing. But yeah, that's how it works. If you're not able to give them the big money they want, they will definitely stabilize you and get you the fuck out of there quick. Hey, it's break time past. Lord, we're rambling this morning.
It is. We just rambled right on through it. So we will take a little break. Don't you guys go anywhere because we've still got the second half of the first half coming up. And you just never know
Just now waking up
what's going to happen.
to what life is facing us and what we've all become. And I'm just now waking. Oh, I hear them call your name. And it's not the same. I'm just now waking. Yeah. I'm just now waking up to what life is facing us and to what we've all become. And I'm just some people call your name, but it's not the same. I'm just now waking up. We think we know good, we think we know the bad. We think we know just what this world is spinning for. We think we move up while we're stepping tools and all the scars. But all we do is increase the load. 'Cause we're the ones with all the guns and all the cars. We've got our shoes to fill. We won't until we drop. And this race can't be endured if we don't know where to stop. And I'm just now waking up to what life is facing us and to what we've all become. I'm just some people call your name and it's not the same. And I'm just now waking up. Yeah. We're visiting here, we're just passing here, can't settle down, no. We're like the wind here, yeah, we blow in here, then we blow out, yeah. But I've got myself to blame and I won't be here for too long, oh. But I'll leave my footprints here before we're all gone. And I'm just now waking up to what life is facing us and to what we've all become. I'm just some people call your name and it's not the same. I'm just now waking up. Yeah. Some people call your name and it's not the same. And I'm just now waking up. Some people call your name and it's not the same. I'm just now waking up. I'm just now waking up. People call your name, it's not the same. I'm just now waking up. Some people call your name, it's not the same. I'm just now waking up.
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Media is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
And welcome back to the second half-ish of the first half of the show.
Well, we just soon get it out of the way now. Hearing that ID and the music that I chose for it, brings to mind some sad news I saw yesterday. Apparently George Wendt has passed away. So for one last time, Norm!
What was the last thing he was in?
I don't even know. I know there was something after Cheers, but I can't tell you what it would have been.
Seems like there was
I may have
something
watched it.
that wasn't terribly old.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sticking to the healthcare thing. Apparently, you guys get paid to donate blood.
What I hear.
I don't think there's a whole lot for the blood. I think if you can get it down to the plasma, I think they pay some for the plasma aspects, but I don't know that straight blood donation is very lucrative. Sperm, eggs, and plasma, but most just straight blood draws, I don't know that they pay much for.
So people just donate their blood like normal.
I believe so.
Okay. I saw a documentary once where people are not following the prescribed time, where, you know, when you draw blood and they give you need to be away a certain amount of time before you can donate blood again. And people were not following that because they were making money off of it. So they were getting paid to donate the blood. I suppose the plasma of that's in the blood. And they were donating basically weekly, which is not good for you because they needed the money.
Well, that I didn't know. That Ted Lasso was Norm's nephew? Uncle. Norm is Ted Lasso's uncle. Thought that was interesting.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
No. George Wendt is actually the uncle of Jason Sudeikis. It's crazy.
Well, Chad's talking about the blood thing. Apparently it is a thing. What's the difference between extraction of blood and plasma?
It's the difference between collecting dirt and collecting gold. Like, maybe somebody will give you some money for some good, clean fill dirt, but you're not going to get much because it's just a bunch of fucking dirt. But somebody might pay extra if they know that dirt's got some gold in it, and they just have to go through and pan the gold out and collect the gold. And they'll pay more for the dirt. Same with the plasma.
So there's people donating their plasma. It's free.
Well, I'm sure there are people that will donate plasma and not get paid. I just know that there are plenty of clinics out there that will pay for the plasma. But I think that's different than just going to donate blood. Like, you got a bus that drives around, like business to business, and you can set up blood donations and have your employees go out there and donate their blood. But I think the whole process is different than donating plasma.
People make money off of this.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't the plasma when they put it in the centrifuge and spin it out? Is that what that is?
I think that is part of the process. Yeah.
Because they have to separate the blood, the red part out from everything else, or whatever it is. It's been too long. I should know all this, being a biology person, but I can't remember. Something along those lines. I bet chat knows. Let's go see.
Just what I was thinking. Just what I did was glance at the chat because I don't fucking know. Like, I'm totally talking out of my ass. I should have absolutely put the caveat here that I don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah,
but
don't really know. Guessing for these health questions. Seeing as we're not doctors, nor do we even fucking pretend to be them at any point in our lives. I don't know,
So
Justin.
if you are a registered donor, blood donor, and you go to a hospital, they're supposed to charge you for blood if you need like a transfusion. But I know that if you are a registered donor and you donate blood on the regular, on the regular could be 3-4 times a year, they shouldn't charge you for the blood that you use in an emergency situation or if you're in hospital. Is that the same there?
I don't know.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right, though.
Don't sound, yeah.
The words, they're not going to charge you? Yeah, that you lost me there. I don't buy it.
Yeah. No, they're going to charge.
Yeah, but if you're a blood donor, they charging you for your own blood.
It's possible that's, yeah, I'm sure they do in every way they can.
Yeah, I'm sure. Even if you donate blood for free, that if you go into the hospital in an emergency situation and they got to hang a couple bags of your AB positive, they're still going to fucking charge you. Bags, the blood in the bags, the pump to get it from there into the IV, for everything. Like, you're getting charged. I don't care if you're donate twice a month for your entire fucking life, you're getting charged. It don't matter. Like, you don't get credit. You don't have like a blood credit, whereupon you earn off and work off your blood credit.
Blood credit, band name, call it. Oh, wait. Apparently Melissa was a phlebotomist. That's a vampire to you and me. What's up, Melissa? I saw you in chat. You earlier. Are you still here? Yeah, there she is. Tell us what happens.
Chad was even talking about organ donations.
Yeah. I'm not an organ donor, just to be on the safe side. I mean, it absolutely sounds like some bullshit urban myth, that if you sign the back of your driver's license and you become an organ donor, that the people at the hospital are less likely to make serious efforts to save your life in an attempt to maybe have a few extra organs laying around that they might be able to sell off to the hospital or something. I mean, it makes sense to me. I can see that in my brain. I don't trust the human condition.
Especially if you're like homeless, they know you're not going to be able to pay for any of this shit. They're like, oh, well, maybe you can just take his organs then.
Yeah. While it sounds like complete bullshit, I don't donate my organs just to be safe. Because while it does sound like bullshit, it also sounds plausible enough.
I've been an organ donor probably since I got my license as a teenager, and I've been in numerous situations. Well, not numerous, but enough situations such as my wreck where I was taken in, and if they wanted a kidney, they could have got it, and they didn't. So I'm going to say urban myth. As much fun as it is to believe all the spooky fun stuff, I don't buy it either, really.
Also, Walter, you're out of shape. Maybe they wouldn't take you.
Is that it, fat boy? We don't want your duodenum. Get that out of here. You take your pancreas elsewhere. That being said, I am currently Googling how to revoke my organ donor status.
Can I only donate specific organs? Like,
right.
I am not an organ donor except for my appendix. You can absolutely have my appendix if you need it at any time.
Like my tonsils, they're in a jar somewhere. I know, probably at my grandma's old house.
Oh man, it reminds me of a story when I removed my appendix. So I got the thing removed because it burst, and they have me on this drip, and I want to know what's in the drip. because you're not thirsty, you're not hungry, like you're just, as long as you're on that drip. And then it ran out, and the nurses were all having some flippin' meeting. And the minute it ran out, I was hungry, I was thirsty, I was sweaty, I was very uncomfortable. And then I rang my bell, and then they gave me another drip. So I'm thinking, now what the hell is in this drip? On that same day, they have a third year university student studying to be like a nurse, some kind of nurse. And she's really pretty. So she says to me, do you mind if I change your IV? I said, no, not at all. Go ahead. So she starts changing this. This girl now is pretty, and she's like right up in my face, and she's wearing this tight uniform. I'm thinking, oh shit, here we go. And for the life of me, I could not get hard. And I just blame that drip, and I want to know what the fuck they put in that thing. Because any other day would have been happy days. No, not that day. So if there's any nurses somewhere in chat, somebody tell me what is in there.
How hard did you try? Like, she was in there and you were trying to get hard? Is that the way I understand it? You were just laying there in the hospital bed trying to get yourself hard with the nurse there. Is that the way I understand this?
What I'm saying is, it would naturally happen on a girl that pretty, and her being that close to you.
Gotcha.
And I noticed that it wasn't happening, so I thought, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. Sounds like saline, meth, and saltpeter.
Definitely not Viagra. Tell you that.
Maybe you were being targeted because they knew they had the pretty nurses coming in.
It's a job too. No reward for it. Sodium chloride, keep you hydrated. Oh, okay. Morphine?
Like I say, it sounds like it could have just been a really good painkiller. Like maybe you were thirsty and you were hungry. You just didn't give a fuck. And that's usually how it works for me. Like painkillers don't ever really affect my pain level per se. They just affect how much I give a shit about the pain.
Oh no, there's another one.
Mm-hmm. That's Cleo. Troublemaker.
Call me now.
Troublemaker. Yeah, Miss Cleo. That's not her name. Her name's Cleo. There you go, Ian. And others.
Go on, Rico. Come online. Tell us your story.
And a big shout out to Rico, who seems to have
What's up, Rico?
found some domestic peace. Yes.
Yes. I'm so glad. What's up, Dan? Oh.
So no Flattoberfest this year.
That's what they say. Last year, that's what they said. And up till now, that's what's been said. But you never know what could happen. I know they're having a blast over there without me right now, dang it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all FOMO'd up. I'm just glad she's having a good time and everybody's there having a good time with her. So as we approach, I guess, this top of the hour break, I keep my ear to the ground a lot with new music, just, you know, being a guitar player who's always looking for something new. I watch a lot of different types of people on YouTube that I learn techniques from, and anytime a new band is being reacted to, I'll usually go check them out. And because I do that, I guess I get a lot of notice and a lot of things that pop up telling me some new stuff's coming up in my homepage or in the shorts or something. And about Tuesday of this week, I think it may have been Monday of this week. It could have been the weekend. I'm not exactly sure of the day, but a video popped up in my video feed that had been on YouTube for about 2 hours when I saw it go through my homepage. And I don't know, it was just something about it. The fact that it had only been up for 2 hours or whatever just made me go ahead and click on it and see what it was. And when the video first started and the image popped up there, I went, oh, well, this could go all kind of directions. And so the song started, and it jammed in such a way that I was so impressed that I immediately began to dig and look and try to find out what I could about this band, of which there was nothing to find out. Nobody knows who they are. The singer wears a mask. It's part of the lore they're creating for this new band, I'm pretty sure. Because that's kind of the thing these days. You got to have lore with your band, to keep people interested. But anyway, there's been a lot of people suggesting it could be members of certain bands that are out there right now. Bands I'm not really into, that I have checked out and went, not for me, and moved on. So instead of tainting your ears with who it could or couldn't be, when Josh plays it here in a minute, just give it a listen. Let me know if anything about the singer's voice reminds you of anybody else. There's a distinctive part in the vocals that reminds me a whole lot of one of my favorite vocalists, but the rest of the song, not so much. It has blown up, though. Like, within a few days, it was over 500,000 views. I liked it so much, I was going to go buy a t-shirt off their little merch page for the first little couple days, and the shirts already are all sold out. Shirts, jackets, beanies, they're all gone, like, within a day or two. So, yeah, it's pretty nuts. Anyway, the band is called President. Not Presidents of the United States of America. No, just President. And while you can't see the video while Josh is playing it right now, definitely go watch the video when you get a chance. It's pretty interesting all the way around. Well, I tried to talk us through the top of the hour. Is that close enough?
That's pretty damn close. You did a good job. Thanks for those talk up. So don't you guys go anywhere, because we will be back for another half. We've managed to do this damn thing. And I don't think I'm going to get 40 seconds worth of talk up to hit it very top of the hour. Although I will say I survived another tornado this year, so that's good. There's been like 4 or 5 tornadoes in my direct vicinity.
Wow, you're in the path, huh?
Apparently.
Damn.
I mean, we've always been in the path, but it just seems
But
extra
you're like in the path now.
The path, yeah. Seems like they've been extra busy, too. All right, then. I think this be damn close enough. Stay where you are, or hell, go wherever you need to go. Just make sure you come back for the second half. The IRONWORX. Where do we go? I know I got it pulled up here somewhere. Right there. All right. This is the IRONWORX. We'll be back.
dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Where everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard, to think really hard.
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
And welcome back to the first half of the second half of the Ironworks. Kicking off right now.
Hey, Walter, your band.
Hi.
It sounds like your band that just played. What is it? President.
President, yeah.
Yeah. It sounds a little like that dude from Fight Star. I mean, I don't know his name, but I know the band Fight Star. Sounds a little like that dude, I think.
Well, some of the people online are convinced this has got something to do with Sleep Token because they're apparently managed by the same company. And then yesterday, or day before or something, it came out they're going to actually be, president is actually going to be at, oh, damn it. What's the big thing that's every year in England? Oh, man. Download Festival. So apparently they're going to be at Download Festival at the same time, quote unquote, as Sleep Token. So that's got everybody thinking it's them. But then something about Deftones somewhere got mixed in it. And to me, in that little middle part where he's saying, scare them, make them worship, it sounds a lot like Chino. But the verses don't at all. And I'm not, like, I didn't get into Sleep Token. I've tried every video that's come up by Sleep Token, and they're not for me. So I don't think that's who it is, because I would have thought they would have grabbed me like this did. Yeah, that's the other reason Chino came up, is because he's got that other band that uses the crosses as part of their logo, and that's what this thing uses, is the patriarchal cross as their main emblem. So there's all this going. It could be a cross band. It could be, Deftones and Sleep Token. I don't know. I know Deftones is on tour right now, so it would be kind of a weird time to throw up a new thing, completely unrelated, So I don't know. Just, it's interesting. Man, I've tried Sleep Token so hard. Rico, maybe you'll show me the song that'll get me, because I just didn't grab me. Everything I've tried didn't grab me. Anyway, we'll find out, I'm sure. We'll find out. It could be some dudes that have nothing to do with any of that. But it's interesting, and I like it. I don't know, it just caught me at the right time, the right early on kind of thing. Definitely. What's up, Mike D? Team Sleep, there it is. Rico's on it. I hear something that sounds like talking, but it's my earbuds going out again. Hello?
No, that one was Nuka that time.
Oh, okay. Thought I was having trouble. I did switch my earbuds, and that noise went away, which is very frustrating, because these are actually the second pair of a pair that I've already got some that I've been using, man, over a year and a half now, I guess. And I've tried newer pairs of the same company's stuff and literally sent them back. They just weren't as good quality or comfort or size or IPX rating or whatever, because these are IPX8. I can literally swim with them. And the newer ones I got were only 5. So I'm like, send these back and get ones I can swim with again, so that when and if I do wind up messing those up, being careless with them, I'll have these as a backup, but they don't seem to be working as well. Anyway, I got rid of the robot. That's what's important. That's what's important. So there was something else musically that I was trying to go into, but it's gone away. My brain is still copying up this morning. Man, I am not happy with this app. The team app. Because when I drop stories, it stopped putting the thumbnail and story header and all that up. It just gives me a purple line with a link in it now. Are you seeing it that way, or are they showing you the
let's see what it looks like on mobile.
Is that the difference? Is when I send it on mobile, it does it one way, and when I no, because I don't sit in front of my computer and send stories to show prep. I always do that from my phone, because it's usually when I'm like first getting up and just kind of looking at news and stuff, or when I'm riding in the car. You know, it's usually a certain time of the times that I'm or laying in the bed about to go to sleep or whatever, that I'm on my phone or reading stories and going, oh, this is one we need to talk about, and dropping them. So I think since
like the show
last week they changed it, because everything above last week is all showing thumbnails, but after Thursday of last week it stopped. It started just showing anyway,
in show
technical
prep
stuff. Yeah, in show prep.
Yeah, I see the George Wendt thumbnail.
You do.
I do.
See, that's not there for me. Like the George Wendt one's not. None of those stories from Thursday on. Like everything after Zack and Andrew there talking in the show prep pile. Everything after that to me is just a purple link. Nothing with a picture. Anyway, sorry guys, we're all into the show crap. But yeah, it's frustrating when you've been using an app pretty steadily and getting used to it for some time now, and they yank it after Monday and give you a crap replacement.
Yeah, desktop is no thumbnails.
There you go. Anyway.
Pardon.
So I thought this was a little nuts. I'm going to show you these pictures real quick on the radio. Hold on. Wait. Man, where's the share thing on here now? Oh, is that little arrow it? Yeah, okay. Hold on. Share screen. Okay, can everybody see the little gooey gel looking things on my screen? Looks like gummy worm candy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those were 3D printed inside of a body. Oh, nobody else cares that they can 3D print shit inside of a body. Hey, Mama. Sorry, I'm getting Mother's attention in my area here. She's touching me in my face while I'm trying to read. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty nuts that they're 3D printing things inside of a body. No, nobody else.
That is pretty.
I think it's
pretty nuts.
Did I stop sharing correctly?
Yes,
I did.
I'm just wondering
So
why
apparently,
they're 3D printing
why?
And why are they 3D printing gummy ears inside a body, or a gummy Star of David inside a body?
Right, interesting choices. I thought that as well. The Star of David there. So apparently, this is hydrogel. And they've dubbed this deep tissue in vivo sound printing, or DISP. So you have to inject a specialized bio ink. The ingredients can vary depending on what they're intended to do. But the non-negotiables are polymer chains and cross-linking agents to assemble them into a hydrogel structure. Now, let's see, where is this happening? California Institute of Technology. Where are you at, Andrew? So they used a beam of focused ultrasound to heat and create holes in the liposomes, releasing the cross-linking agents and forming a hydrogel right there in the mouse's body. Yeah, that's what they've done. Hey, baby, man, all the cats are coming to see me this morning. Let's see, infrared penetration is very limited. It only reaches right below the skin, says Wei Gao, a biomedical engineer at Caltech. Our new technique reaches the deep tissue and can print a variety of materials for a broad range of applications, all while maintaining excellent biocompatibility. There you go. There you go. Next stage is to try to print in a larger animal model, and hopefully in the near future, we can evaluate this for humans. In the future, with the help of AI, we would like to be able to autonomously trigger high precision printing within a moving organ such as a beating heart, because why the fuck wouldn't you? Why the fuck wouldn't you? So, there is, uh-oh, damn it, where'd that go? I just had it and moved. So there's a plantation here in Louisiana, the Knodel Plantation, built in 1859. It recently burned to the ground. Right after the Annabelle doll came to the same parish here in Louisiana. So, of course, all the spooky people are conflating these two things, that it's Annabelle doll's fault that this happened. Uh-oh. About Sorry, I have cats walking. Have I been disconnected? Is that what's happened here? Apparently I have.
It's awfully quiet in here.
Sorry, I was doing cat stuff. I got disconnected. Am I back?
Oh, yeah, you're back. Sorry. I just ran off to start the coffee.
No, I thought it was me. That may have just been that you weren't there and Nuka's not answering me, because you walked across the keyboard and immediately I was getting no reply and not hearing anything. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah, you probably were here, probably just because nobody was answering. Nuka's muted.
All right, cool. Cool up. I thought it was me because of her walking across everything. She did shut my story that I was trying to open. Anyway.
Yep.
I'm trying to read these little lines of links so that I can try to find the
Yeah, mobile's much better.
Oh, so you're seeing them on mobile. Is that what
Correct.
you meant?
Yes, yes.
A question. Whatever happened to the Pizzagate thing?
Wow, I'm out of left field.
It went the way of JFK. Some guy came
I
in.
thought Trump was going to expose things during the first time he got elected and get all these pedophiles out. And...
You mean Epstein or Pizza?
Oh, you mean draining the swamp? You meant that? Is what you mean?
Yeah. Draining the swamp.
Meet the new boss. Same as the old boss. Yeah, what happens is they tell you the shit that you want to hear, and then they get in office, and then they don't do any of it. Like, I'm about to give up on Kash Patel, that fuck. Runs his mouth about all the shit he's going to do, but doesn't do fuck all.
I mean, don't you guys still have like these crazy statistics about children that go missing every year in the States and never found?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does happen. You'd think it would be like, something people would address rather than feel like it's a cover-up that's being orchestrated from the highest offices of government. But that's just paranoid conspiracy thinking there, so.
Why children, though?
Wait, what? What about children? Why? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, why children?
Because they're not supposed to. I'm assuming it makes it more satanic for them. I'm guessing. I don't know offhand.
There was the one case. This was in Europe, where these two kids basically got interviewed. I think it's still on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
they got interviewed by the cops.
Hampstead.
And they
Hampstead too.
Yeah, that must be it. And all the teachers had these tattoos on their private parts and all that shit. And the cops never actually investigated the teachers. Yet some of the teachers went for tattoo removal.
Once upon a time, there was a flat earther that really brought this case out. I don't remember his name. Whoever the fuck that was.
But I know that fucking dude was on it. And it got me like, that actually, his putting that video out gave him a whole lot of leeway with me, because prior to that, I wasn't really impressed with this individual in his personal dealings with me, behind the scenes, let alone in public. So, yeah, his putting that video out and really putting that story in the main focus of a lot of people's eyes gave me a little bit of, well, maybe he's not as lying and money grubbing as I think he is. Maybe he's a good dude after all. And it gave him a lot of time for me to just let him sit on the back burner and do his thing. Otherwise, yeah, I'll stop. I better stop before I start getting ugly. Shout out Daryl Davis in the chat. Huge
What's up, Daryl?
Of Iron Realm Media.
Been thinking about you a lot.
Much love, my brother. Yep, me too. Big time. Over the last month, he's been heavy on my mind and my heart. I reached out to him about, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we had a nice long chat and just kind of touched base and connected, and it was really good to speak with him.
I know there were some
something I don't get
farm
to do
issues.
often enough.
Were there not?
Yeah, there
what
were.
I recall.
Yeah, there were. And if you know Daryl and are able to, reach out and send some love or some anything his way, definitely do that, because if there's a man who does way above and beyond the call of duty for this community, it is gentleman there, Mr. Daryl. Definitely. Anything you can do to return or pay it forward, pay it back, anything you can do, definitely do so. That man is literally an angel walking this plane.
Do we have a link? It's one of those things I've been looking for quite a while. A good way to show Flat Earth Farms a little bit of monetary love, but it seems like I just have a hard time finding links in order to do that.
I've tried to get that link. I heard of a secondary link going around there through another gentleman, and after we actually spoke about it, turned out it was 2 or 3 steps out. I don't know. It's too much to talk about on here. But yeah, just definitely that would be a great thing. So, what's up, Ad? Another person who's been on my mind a lot lately. I guess my being I've been drawing and doing art lately. Well, drawing. I've been doodling, not really drawing, but just getting back into creating. And I've been like buying art and seeing art I liked at estate sales and grabbing it. And so art's been on my mind. And when I have art on my mind, Daz comes up a lot in my heart and my mind. Another huge, long-time supporter. Thank you, brother.
I think I was just scrolling real quick through Facebook last night and saw what I assumed was probably an AI picture, but it made me chuckle. And it reminded me of Daz a little bit, but it was a picture of a frog. And the frog had a pair of little legs hanging out of its mouth. And then around the frog were like 4 angry fairies yelling. One of them was trying to pull the pair of legs out of the frog's mouth, and the other ones were just like yelling at the frog. It was kind of a pretty funny little picture. But all the little fairies reminded me of Daz.
Cool.
See if I can.
So Ona asking there in chat, will Liz appear for the final half hour? Well, seeing as we don't even have Zack for the first 3 half hours, then I'm going to guess most likely not going to see Liz. It's kind of like when Josh and I went to Cami's and hung out there for days, some of which were show days, and yet we didn't do a show. When you're there, there's so much going on, the energy, the excitement, the love, the communion, all of it. It's really hard to put all that on the side to sit down in front of a computer, which is something we all do way too often, to kind of, replace what's actually happening right there in your real life in front of you and your real energy and all that. So it's definitely not anything that we expected to have happen, that Liz would get to Cami's and suddenly be on every show with us. So the fact that we were able to have her, when was that, Friday?
I think that's right.
Yeah, because I wasn't here Monday, so yeah. So that was exciting that it even happened that way. And I think that was because your internet broke and she hopped in and we just kept her. I think is how that happened. So, but you never know. Liz and Zack, Cami, they could show up anytime now. Or not, since we're at the last half hour. How'd that happen, by the way?
Jesus,
Lord,
I don't even know.
Seems like we just got here. Is that really what time it is?
Well, we did take it a little bit late. So there was that.
Maybe.
But
yeah, maybe. I have titanium in my left arm. Yes. Since we're throwing our titanium out on the table. Oh, sorry, I was lost in the chat. I didn't catch up there. Seems like there was a crazy SpaceX story that I had put in that I did want to address. But, oh, there it is. Wow, it's one of the ones with the actual story. So you guys remember way back, like, 2015, 17, something like that. It was one of the first ones, if not the first one, of the Falcon 9. Okay, there's the date here. Let me see. On this morning, September 1st, 2016. So there you go. Apparently, everything proceeded normally up until about 8 minutes before the ignition of the rocket's 9 Merlin engines. And then suddenly, it all exploded out of nowhere. Like, totally, not even like that whole, like, lift off, turn over, sideways, crash into the pad. None of that. Just fucking exploded on the pad. Huge ball of fire. Really big deal. Well, apparently, our buddy Elon at the time put forth a theory of a sniper shooting it and causing this to have happened.
What?
Within hours of hearing about this rocket explosion, Musk gravitated toward the simple answer of a projectile being shot through the rocket. And so now apparently this theory is coming up again. The FBI have gotten involved. I mean, I don't know why they're suddenly investigating. I guess just to take our eyes off of the other stuff that we're all supposed to be really paying attention to. But the fact that it's even now being talked about, looked into, here's a story about it, it's just kind of crazy.
I suspect there had been rumblings already. I suspect.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
It seemed crazy at first, but there are so many of those unhinged dipshits out there that were vandalizing the Tesla trucks and that are just mad at Elon for being Elon. And it would not surprise me if they were, some of them were so completely disassociated from reality that they are out there with a sniper rifle shooting at SpaceX. That sounds about right. Oh, damn, we did. We blowed through the break. All right. We got fourth and final coming up.
We'll do it.
Don't you guys go anywhere. We'll do it. We'll do it. Oh, there we go. All right. Smoke them if you got them. It's that time. There we go.
Jones here. You're listening to Iron Realm Media. I listen all the time, and it's the best truth show out there. Forget about the mainstream lying. Get your weekly dose of iron. Realm, that is. Stay woke, folks.
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Inconceivable! Fucking thing sucks!
And fourth and final segment. I was just had something in my brain I was going to talk about, and it's fucking gone. What the hell was it?
You've been drinking too much tap water, Josh.
Yeah. Hey, they fucking banned fluoride actually in a state. Where is that? Let me go see. It's probably one of the small ones I can't read.
What does it take for you guys to be a cop in your country? What do you need to do?
It's about 6 weeks worth of training.
Right. Like physical training, and then some.
There's physical, there's practical. Yeah, it's a actual police academy. It's this very specific school they send you to make sure you can at least meet the minimum physical requirements, and then you get in basic traffic laws and procedural shit like that.
Afterwards, you just become a cop.
You get certified, and then you've got to actually get hired on somewhere.
And those physicals, do you ever do them again? Once you become a cop, you can just...
Now, that's a good question. I can't imagine. I mean, there's... I don't see how. Maybe for a little bit, or maybe depending on where you're posted, what it is you're actually doing. Like if you're a regular beat cop, maybe, versus if you're a problem cop or an older cop getting ready for retirement, and they put you on some sort of desk duty or administrative duty in the courthouse or security detail or whatever it is. Maybe then you don't have to do it. I don't know. Because, I mean, there's a lot of big, out of shape beat cops.
Yeah, I know. I always said that if you're one of these cops that have to do patrols, meaning you're out in the community, out and about, you might have to chase a few people, your paycheck should be conditional to you every month before you pick it up. Have to pass that physical again to show that you're still physically fit and physically able to do the job. It's just once a month when you collect a paycheck. Pass the test, you get your paycheck. If you fail, you get half your paycheck until you can demonstrate that you're back up to the fitness levels, and you'll get the rest of it.
Well, I think it should be done the other way. I mean, I think you should get your paycheck for the work you've performed. But then before you start the next pay period, the new pay cycle, maybe take the test then, and then we'll determine your rate of pay based on your outcomes. And then at the end of the week or at the end of the pay period, we'll pay you on how you scored at the beginning of the week.
Either way, they need to get tested again for the physical part of it. And they just don't.
No, I don't think they
Which
need
then leads to...
and
then it just
as it
leads
sits,
to...
why? I mean, they've got guns, they've got tasers, they've got handcuffs, they've got the numbers, they've got radios, and they've got a monopoly on violence. Like, if you need to be really physically fit and physically strong, cool. If an acorn falls on the police car, all you got to turn around is mag dump into the fucking police car. It's not like you got to go beat somebody up or chase somebody down. You just shoot them.
Somebody's saying there's also fat firefighters. I mean, what the hell do you do if you're a firefighter? You have to wait for a fire and an emergency. The rest of the time, you should be in the gym.
See, and a white shirt, again, I could see a fat firefighter as a white shirt, as sort of like brass, again, as the top. But I think those have physical standards that are pretty rigorously tested and maintained. I don't think that's a one-time, I'm going to go to firefighter school, learn to be a firefighter, and then that's it. They just don't ever test you again. I think there's like quarterly testing or yearly testing on all this shit. Like, there's so much downtime, they test just to pass the time. They got nothing better to do. All the trucks are shiny, all the shit's organized. I mean, there's a lot of downtime. There's a lot of exercise. It's far more physically demanding being a firefighter than a police officer. Like, I don't even think the two even relate to each other in that way.
Well, they should still test these cops. I don't think it's important for them. And if you're physically fit and you get shot, you have a better chance of surviving anyway.
And this may
shot in the head, obviously.
This conversation could also lend itself towards the discrepancy, the differences between men and women. That's not like women need to pass the same physical standards that men do to become a police officer. But it's not like they're expected to do anything less. It's all the exact same obligations as a police officer. You just don't have to meet all those same requirements. Your requirements are just a little less. Like,
suppose that's where
why would that be? They're training male police officers to be able to detain grown men, right? Hand-to-hand combat. Here's how you put on the handcuffs. Here's an arm lock. Here's how you bend the elbow. Here's pain compliance. Here's all this shit. And then, here's the female. Well, maybe it's not going to be quite that bad for you. Maybe you don't need to meet all these requirements. But why don't we just tone this down? That way you can come on in and join the fold. Like, you're never going to be able to use pain compliance on a 300-pound pissed-off drunk guy. But, that's all right. Come on in anyway. You got guns. You got tasers. You got handcuffs. You got all these other guys that'll come rush and help you with the call of a radio. And, worst comes to worst, just shoot his ass. It'd be fine. You've got qualified immunity. We'll sort it out in
court.
court.
Got those guns. If you're a firefighter and you're a woman, and my building is on fire and my fat ass has broken his legs, how is she gonna carry me?
And this was a thing in those last forest fires in California, I think. Was it the LA fires? I think the LA fire chief really got into a lot of trouble with some of the shit that she had said about, well, if you expect a woman to carry you, maybe you shouldn't have been there in the first place or something like that. There's a whole bunch of nonsense that she was talking about. I don't know. I don't remember exact specifics, but I don't know.
I think all the woman cops do the office work, kind of. And let the guys do the patrols. Put you where you're needed, I guess.
And that would make sense to me.
I see the you know those people that do road work, so they're fixing the road and the pavements and whatnot. So here they tend to do it at night because there's traffic. And I always get pissed off because I always see the lady carrying the stupid flag to wave the traffic through and whatever. And I see all the dudes in the hole digging the shit out. And if they have to fix pipes and all this, and they're working hard, physical labor, and there's the chick just standing there waving the flag.
Why would that
Yet
piss
these
you
people
off?
get paid the same money.
Think how much faster it happens in that way. I mean, if you reverse it, it's going to take so much longer. Like if you put a dude on the flag and a bunch of women digging the ditch, it's going to take a lot longer. How about you put the men, the stronger ones, built for that sort of work, put them in the ditch, make them do it, get it done fast, have traffic go on about its way, construction done. Bing, bang, Bob's your uncle.
If I had to do that. We get paid the same amount, and I'm doing all the hard labor. I want to wave flag too.
And there's a chance they're not getting paid the same amount.
Is it not?
Well, I mean, there's a good chance they're not getting paid the same amount because they're not doing the same work.
I've seen their paychecks. It's the same.
Good for her then. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's work that needs to be done. You're just going to let traffic barrel through while the construction workers are there. Somebody's got to do it. You might as well use your weakest link.
Apparently, NDB in chat is a firefighter saying, I'm in great shape. All the full-time guys do is plan their next meal.
And how many out-of-shape, overweight firefighters are there, even though they're planning their next meal? I'd be curious.
Uh-huh. So before we do get out of here, Utah apparently has become the first U.S. state to ban fluoride in public drinking water.
Something's going on there.
I'm sorry?
I just think there's something going on there in Utah. Like, I don't know what it is. Okay. There's just something weird going on in Utah.
Okay. Like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. There's a lot of like secret government stuff going on up there. Now, I don't even want to say secret government because you know it's there, but like what the specifics of what they do. There's just a bunch of like data centers and weird shit. There's just something weird happening in Utah, is what my spidey sense is screaming at me.
Interesting. I don't have a take on it like that. Like I just saw the story and grabbed it, but yeah, I don't know enough about that area or that state or anything about the history or the whatever rumblings or anything. Is that where? No, that was Oregon. Anyway, but apparently on Wednesday today will become the first state in the U.S. to ban public drinking water. Republican Governor Spencer Cox signs that law, despite pleas from health experts, of course, warning that children will be the ones most hurt. I mean, it's the usual stuff. He says that government shouldn't be dosing people unregulated, here, have some, drink all you want, no dosage, all the usual normal stuff we hear argued against it. And then, of course, the rest of the people there are all like, but the kids and their teeth. There's some dentist saying, yeah, I can tell what part of the state you live in by looking in your mouth, because apparently some areas of Utah were already not using fluoride in the water. And if you were from those areas, you allegedly had more dental problems, and they could tell that by looking in your mouth. They are recommending that Utah parents add fluoride supplements to their children's drinking water no less. Which requires a prescription from a doctor or a dentist, by the way, to have fluoride tablets, it says here in this story. Anyway, what were you saying, sir? Oh, apparently Florida is the next one that's going to ban their water to have fluoride. Go, Justin. Anyway, sorry, go, Nuka.
How much is water every month that you pay for when in your house?
It depends on the state. It depends on what else they've lashed onto your water bill. It depends on how many leaks you had going under your house and didn't know about it, or your water heater or whatever. It just depends. I don't really have a reference point of normalcy.
Is there a big market there for drinking water? Like
I mean, there's
bought water from like a supermarket.
I was going to say, there is such a market. You can go to almost any store and they have bottles of water just sitting in there, like next to a sink. Like you can get a cup of free water or you can pay for water, and motherfuckers will pay for water. But that's because they put fluoride in the tap water.
Do they have...
See, I wouldn't be drinking my water even if we didn't have fluoride in it, because every 2 or 3 months I get a letter telling me that, oh yeah, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, during a time we weren't letting you know anything, there was water issues to the point you should have been under a boil notice. Here's your letter. Enjoy. I get those constantly in my area because I live in a state whose water municipality is on its last legs. Many areas are like literally have water that's brown and smells like, it's pretty much, Flint, Michigan in a lot of areas here in Louisiana because of the age of the water treatment areas, the inundation of flood waters that we get regularly, including salt water that backs up into those systems at times, causing them to have a lot more stress put on them. So yeah, I wouldn't be drinking my water out of the faucet, even if we didn't have fluoride here.
And there's still a lot of other shit they still put in there, the chlorines and the chlorides and all the other shit that goes in there beyond the fluoride.
Right.
Well, we have in our supermarkets, a lot of them, we have these big tanks that have filters on them, which filters the water. And some stores will even have like different kinds of water. I don't know how to say it. We'll say alkaline water or something. And then it'll be filtered water and so on and so on and so on. And a lot of the houses in the suburbs, they carry their 5-liter bottles and fill up their drinking water at the supermarket because of those big tanks with filters on them. So you'd get like 15 liters of water for like $1, and it's all filtered, and it takes out even some of the fluoride. It doesn't take all of the fluoride out, but it takes a certain percentage. And then if you carry on filtering it, then obviously eventually it won't have the fluoride. But most of our supermarkets have that water.
Hard to filter out.
It must be hard because it doesn't take all of it out in the initial tank.
So what AI is telling me here, Nuka, is the average water bill in the U.S. is around $49 per month. However, bills can range from $15 to over $100, depending on things like household size, usage, location, leaks, etc. According to this old house, an average person uses about 3,000 gallons of water per month. A family of 4 may use around 12,000. Wow, math.
So how do they get the reading? Like
there's a meter. It used to be a meter they would have to physically come to your house to read, or most of the time they would just average it, comparing it to your other bills, which was great if you had a leak and didn't know it, and they didn't know it, and so all that was happening without anybody knowing it, and it wasn't getting billed. But then they came and put a smart meter in the ground, and all that began to be tallied up, and I realized we had a problem. So
We have, we also get averages, but it's not your average as a household. It's the average in your little community or suburb or whatever it is.
Right.
So they use that average. Even if you have a leak and, it could be 2, 3 leaks, it doesn't matter. Everybody just gets the average. So everybody,
Right.
I guess, pays for the leak as well. We also have meters, but they just don't read them. They're just too lazy to come and do it. They just put averages on everything.
And that's what they did here for the longest time until they decided they could make more money by putting a smart feature on it.
It's such a pity for us because a lot of us don't even use the water for drinking.
Right. Well, here
Use it for,
we all use it for lawns and bathing, and probably should.
If they took the reading, I'd probably pay a whole lot less if they took the reading. Because nobody trusts the water. Nobody wants to drink it. So we all just go buy the damn filtered water because, it's cheap enough anyway. And $1 for 15 liters is not bad.
No, that's pretty cheap. You can buy a bottle of litered water here for probably about $3 for 1 liter. You'll pay about $3.
Why is it so expensive?
It's America. Everything's fucking expensive.
Everything's about to get more expensive. And then when you twerk in the shower, who knows what your water bill is like?
Well, if you bottle that as shower twerking water and then sell it to all your fans, then help subsidize your water bill.
That's what's up.
I think you can even write that shit off on your taxes.
I think twerk water is Sherry's new password. Nuka, thank you for coming and hanging out, my friend.
Well, yeah, it's that time already.
Anytime, guys. It's always nice to hang out with you guys.
We do appreciate it.
Well, I'll be here Friday morning for sure. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I will. Y'all come hang out with us.
I sure hope I am.
Thank y'all for being here.
But I plan on it. I should be here.
Yeah.
Hopefully Zach
The
will be here.
internet cooperates.
Right.
I mean, I'm 2 days in a row.
Caveat.
Maybe even 3 days in a row of all show long at 2 hours worth of solid internet in the morning. I'm happy about it. But other than that, we should see you back here Friday again. Hopefully Zach will be joining us by then. Happy hump day. Have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you then. Love you guys. Be good. Be well. Do good. Do it well. Bye-bye.